Hello! Believe it or not, since our last Whippet video 2 years ago, we have added not one, but 2 kittens to our family. It is in fact insane of us, but if you also plan to have a mini zoo in your home, or you just want to introduce cats to your Whippets, I'm here to answer all of your questions. First of all, why adopt cats? Well, we moved into a house with a yard, and first of all, the quality of life has dramatically improved for all of us. When it's rainy, or the dogs feel sick, or I'm in a meeting and I just can't walk them, they pop out into the yard. It saves so much time, and it's really nice for fresh air. And they still get their walks and frisbee time. Because of the bigger house, they have a lot more space inside to play. Like, they love the upstairs hallway. It's long and carpeted, so they just sprint back and forth at maximum speed without slipping. With so much more space and time, we became interested in adding a new addition to our family. How did you choose your kittens? We checked the animal shelter page every day until we finally got an appointment to meet with this one. Kay was immediately smitten. He said when he looked into her eyes, he could envision the forever bond they would form. I, on the other hand, was more skeptical. She was really shy for most of our hour-long visit, especially compared to her brothers, who were more friendly and at least willing to come up to you to say hi.
Are you being so friendly?
So friendly. I actually tried to convince Kay to take one of her brothers instead, but he said this was his soul cat. And you know what? After seeing her play with her brothers and cuddle up with her foster mom, I realized she's just like me, reserved, takes a bit more warming up. Because who are you anyway? Like, why should she invest in a stranger? Fair.
Yeah. She really does not let any of these 3 push her around. She's pretty fierce.
Sounds like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
She's very independent, curious, and kind of just does stuff on her own terms. So we signed the papers. We named her Wim, also short for Wimberley, Texas, and we're set to take her home in 2 weeks. The next day, though, Kay could not stop thinking about her brother, the one who fell asleep in his lap, in his 2 hands, the one I was saying to adopt instead. But what if we adopt both? Okay, it is easier to take care of 2. They kind of just entertain themselves. People always end up with 2 cats, like, why not start with 2? Also, did you see them play? There's no way we as humans could play with Wimmy like that. And they already get along so well. It's obviously a lot more work, but it's not double the work. So we decided to adopt both, and we named him Wonder. Wim and Wonder. Today we're taking our 2 kittens home. We initially got 2 carriers in case they needed to be separated after getting spayed, but they healed up really fast. So we set them up in a closet with a litter box, some water, some food, their carriers to sleep in, and of course, toys. Wimmy really impressed me. Since the 2 weeks we've seen her, she's much more confident, playful, and less scared. It's crazy. This is literally within the first 20 minutes of them being here. They're already so comfortable.
Wow, no claws. None. I love how he just purrs by himself.
Yeah.
Like he's enjoying life. One of the most precarious spot to stand.
You'll see later, too, we've been socializing them a lot with other people. But overall, great transition into our home. They both were immediately comfortable and having a good time. Pretty successful first day. Aww. The second day, the kittens were like, we gotta get out of this closet. But because they were so good with using the litter box and not destroying everything, we let them into the rest of the room. And in no time, they were just chasing each other back and forth across the room, underneath the couch, enjoying all of the new space.
It's over it.
Oh, he's helping. We were spending a lot of time in this one closed room, and Snilly was like, "What's going on in here?" So on the third day, we had Snilly meet the kittens, at least through a barrier. That way, they're separated but can still see and smell each other.
Scared than anything.
Was she growling?
Yeah. This guy didn't even notice.
He didn't growl?
No. His back arched a tiny bit. She's the one growling.
Wimmy was a little hissy at first and would grumble, but Snilly didn't bark at all, which was fantastic. And after about 15 minutes, Wimmy grumbled less as well.
So the next stage is them being able to interact like this freely. Through this, they get desensitized.
The next day, we had Wonder out of the gate, but Snilly was still really unsure and would just look at us nervously, and then look nervously at the kittens, and then look nervously at us. By the way, this whole time Snilly's getting accustomed to the kittens, Snoot doesn't even suspect anything is going on, and he may have never figured it out. So we took matters into our own hands and introduced them.
Do you even care? I love you. This is your baby brother. That's your baby sister.
Hey!
Be good. Be good.
Oh,
Snoot.
that was crazy.
Snoot.
Snoot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, it kicked up his prey drive more than anything. It was honestly really discouraging. It seemed like we had a long way to go with Snoot. How different is it taking care of kittens versus puppies? Maybe because we have two and they tire themselves out, but two kittens is way less work than a puppy. Most of the work is just desensitizing the cats to things like loud noises, car rides, baths.
He's not even using claws at all. Okay. You need to get them used to it, like so they're aware that it's a thing that could happen.
That way, if they ever get a bath in the future, they'll be like, oh, this is familiar.
Yeah.
Are you a dog person or a cat person now? I don't think I like just any dog and cat, but I do love my animals. It's really great getting to raise kittens how you want them to behave. Like, I really wanted them to be social and not hide when people come, so we've been putting them in a lot of social situations. Like, we had people come over for a cat cafe.
Wimmy or Wimberly, and this is Wonder.
As a little treat for the cats, we got them this ripple rug, which has all different points of Velcro to create holes that the kittens can then hide and play in. But more on that later. This day, they were really into all the wand toys with feathers and things they could chase.
Taking turns.
All right, guys, pick favorites.
I like Wonder.
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna pick Wimmy then. Yeah, also because I've been fantasizing about meeting her for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Everyone knew we had adopted a kitten, but they didn't know we adopted two.
Wait, you got two?
Yeah.
Can I say hello?
Oh, absolutely.
Here,
They're very friendly. I pet them like dogs.
Surprise second kitten.
Wait, really?
Two kittens?
I'm so happy that they enjoyed all the attention and playtime. They really weren't scared of strangers moving around their space or the doorbell or people knocking and coming in. This is the best socializing we've done for any of our pets, and it will definitely lead to the cats being more and more friendly, less fearful, and more adaptable to change. Wimmy, where are you? This is your new home.
No, don't say that.
We also took them to the vet, and at first they kept looking out the door, but after like 15 minutes, they were less anxious and able to relax and play. They were spayed right before we adopted them, and they already had all of their shots, so the vet mostly gave us information and took their weight. We spent most of the time just playing with their supply of toys, but that'll just enforce that going to the vet is fun. Do they have favorite toys? They obviously play a lot as kittens, and most of the time they can entertain themselves or find like a cardboard box, a piece of plastic, or their own tail. But we did get them a couple of toys that was recommended to us by other cat owners. Like these cat chew sticks. They're like sticks that are wrapped in hemp rope, and they also have natural grasses sticking out of either end. They will bite on these and fight over them, so I would highly recommend these if you don't have dogs, because once our dogs got to them, they would tear it into little pieces of bark and unravel the rope. So that was really annoying, actually. Another toy they like is this circular cardboard scratcher. It has like a jingly ball in it, and they love to chase it around and around. They could play with it forever. My favorite part is when they put their two brain cells together. They'll like pass the ball back and forth to each other, and it's so cute. And one last toy I mentioned earlier is this ripple rug. This one is the most entertaining, at least for me, to watch because there's so many ways that they play with it. So now whenever I play with the kittens, Snilly comes in too as well to say hi and see what they're up to. They're actually really getting along. She mainly likes to smell and stare at them, but that's good behavior and we're reinforcing that, which works for everyone. On the other hand, once Snoot knew about these small little creatures, he was crying every day to see them. So for the next week and a half, we would let Snoot interact with them through the gate. You know, let everyone get familiar and not see each other as potential threat. And over time, it seemed like Snoot was just all bark and no bite. Like, he was just trying to play with them rather than eat them. Maybe that's what he wants with squirrels, too. And the kittens weren't hiding or afraid either, so we decided to put him in a harness to try letting him inside.
We have some treats. We have Snoot in a harness. Oh, good job, Snoot.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Good boy.
The boy wonder. I'm just being cautious now.
Whoa.
That was excitement, not aggression. Wimmy, it's okay.
Good boy, Snoot.
Shockingly, he was so good with the kittens. Very respectful of their space. Yeah, I can't believe it. Now we let them hang out in the same room more and more each day, and he's just really gentle and curious. Did you see that? He's even moving the jingle ball for wonder. You might be thinking, wow, that was a lot of work to get them to this point. But it was maybe 10 minutes at a time, a couple times a day. It's fun for me, and there's no timeline. We kind of just moved to the next stage whenever we felt ready. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. Sometimes the dogs move too fast or abruptly, and it scares the cats. So while the cats are trying to teach the dogs boundaries through hissing, we always monitor their interactions. Especially, Snilly started barking and kind of nudging them really hard with her nose and trying to play with them.
Why are you doing that? Snilly!
And then we figured out what Snilly wants, is to chase. So now they go back and forth, up and down the hall, sprinting like crazy, just like rattling the entire upstairs. But you know what? They're all getting exercise, and finally the dogs have been outmatched in speed. It's been a full 2 months, and we went from watching and mediating every interaction to now just trusting the dogs and cats. They have access to each other 24/7. They chill together, play together, steal each other's food. It's really great to have everyone hang out in the same room and not have to separate them. And we're especially grateful that no one got bit or scratched this whole time, and we don't have to return anyone to the shelter. But for real, it's been very fulfilling to raise cats. I've never done it before, and to see Snoot and Snilly open up to these kittens is really special. I think they love having the kittens around, and I'm glad it's enriching their lives too. Thanks so much for watching. If you're curious about Whippets, I have a video all about raising Snilly when she was a puppy and also what their day-to-day life looks like.